Welcome back to Mind Matters, the show where we discuss the challenges and realities that young people face today.
You're watching one of our special segments, Inside the Student Body, where we delve into what's happening inside school and the life of our students. To start, I'm Ava Kristen Avillamor together with...
Enzo Santos, and we are your hosts for today. Now, how are you, Ava?
Well, I'm looking forward into seeing how those within the student body manage their everyday life as a student.
Me too. Now let us meet the hardworking students we'll be talking with.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you
Our guesses for today.
Hi, my name is Rian Ferrer, a member of Mapua Makati Math Club, Glee Club, and a journalist for the Cardinal Print. Balancing extracurricular activities, academics, and personal relationships are one of the challenges I am facing as a student at Mapua University.
Hi, I'm Raj Pedron, and like many students, I struggle with time management, especially with the workload from different subjects. Things get tough and deadlines pile up all at once.
Hi, I'm Dasha Lira. One of my biggest challenges is balancing schoolworks with my personal life. Sometimes it feels like 24 hours a day isn't enough.
Hello, I'm Gabby Sabaldia, and I often deal with the pressure of comparing myself with others. Seeing my classmates do better than me can motivate me, but it also makes me feel insecure about my own performance.
Thank you for those wonderful introductions. Now let's dive in. Let's start with you, Dasha.
Go.
When you hear the words academic pressure, what comes into your mind?
When I hear the words academic pressure, the first thing that comes to my mind is the need to get high grades and meet people's standards.
That honestly sounds so exhausting. Now, how does it affect your daily life?
Well, it affects my mood. There are days when I already feel stressed the moment I wake up, thinking all about the deadlines. Sometimes I even forget to eat just to finish all the schoolworks.
Well, surprisingly enough, prioritizing your work over sustaining your body's needs is ironically normal among students like you.
Anyhow, thank you, Dasha. How about you, Raj?
For me, it's about struggling with managing tasks and coping with deadlines. It's difficult for me to accomplish certain tasks, especially with the pacing in Mapua. I realize, however, that it's not something only I deal with, but my fellow students as well.
I can imagine how hard it must be for you, Raj. What do you do when things get so overwhelming?
When it gets too overwhelming, I take short breaks and use study techniques that are tailored to my learning style. It helps me clear my mind, I listen to music, or hang out with my friends. It helps me recharge and focus better, instead of pressuring myself to do everything all at once.
How about you, Gabby?
Well, my pressure comes from comparing myself to my classmates. If they score higher, I feel like I already failed, even if my grade is fine. I tend to set the bar too high for myself.
So for you, the pressure is internally imposed. How does this perfectionist mindset impact you?
Exactly. The pressure is something I place on myself, and having a perfectionist attitude is something I'm currently working on.
That's really relatable, Gabby. And for you, Rian?
Mine is balancing everything, like schoolworks, personal relationships, extracurriculars, and chores. I feel as if I'm juggling everything at once, and sometimes I get so tired even before opening my book.
That's a pressure many of us don't see. How do you balance your personal life and academic life?
Well, I efficiently sort out my priorities and be decisive when it comes to my personal and school life. There's always time for those you cherish and love, and conversely, there's time for your academics and extracurriculars. Finding equilibrium enables you to prevent being overwhelmed.
Go.
Alright, well said everyone. I have definitely gained so many wonderful insights from the happenings in the student body. Now, Ava, how do you think these student guesses deploy their own coping mechanisms when it comes to academic pressure?
The age-old question. How does these students survive the academic pressure or being in the pressure cooker? Well, ain't no better way to know this than to ask them directly. Let's start with you, Raj.
I take breaks, like listening to music or taking a nap.
I find that talking to my friends help. They remind me that I'm not alone.
I like to write things down in a journal.
I try to manage my time, but sometimes, honestly, rest is the only answer.
Wonderful strategies. Before we wrap up, if you could tell your parents or one of your teachers one thing about academic pressure, what would it be?
We're human. We need rest too.
Encourage us instead of only pointing out our mistakes.
Grades don't define who we are.
Learning should be about growth, not just survival.
Alright, wise words from our guests today. Thank you to our grade 11 students who willingly volunteered to join us in this wonderful event. Without you, the show wouldn't be possible, really.
Now, for our viewers, maybe you pulled an all-nighter, memorized without understanding, or told yourself, pressure makes diamonds. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Pressure is real, but so is your potential. Take care of yourself because that's what matters most. I'm Ava Kristen A. Villamor, together with
Enzo Santos. Mind Matters Life, or as we like to call it, How to Survive Study Habits and Academic Pressure.